Okay, let's have a really serious conversation for a minute. What we're about to get into isn't some far-off sci-fi idea. Nope, this is a reality check. It's about where we are right now, and more importantly, where we're all heading by 2026. It's really time to rethink everything you thought you knew about job security, because the ground is shifting right under our feet, and you need to understand why.
So let me just ask you a direct question, and I want you to be really honest with yourself. That stable middle-class salary, the one you've been working so hard for, do you actually believe it's safe? For generations, the whole goal was that predictable career path. But what if that very stability, what if it's become the biggest trap of all?
Because here's the hard truth. That feeling of security, it's becoming an illusion. The rules of the game have completely changed. That whole idea of a safe, lifelong job in the middle class is just eroding. And by 2026, this isn't some wild forecast. It's going to be the world we're living in. And the force behind this change is something we have to get our heads around.
All right, so let's dig into the why. What's the engine driving all this disruption? Well, it's no surprise. It's artificial intelligence. But this isn't about movies anymore. This is a straight-up economic reality. AI is evolving from just being a tool into a whole new kind of workforce, and it is systematically taking over jobs that used to be the absolute bedrock of the middle class.
Just take a look at this. This is where it gets real. Look at these jobs. Data entry? An AI can do what takes a human a week in just a few minutes, with speed we can't even compete with. Basic accounting? AI doesn't make human errors, so you get superior accuracy every single time. And it's not just that. Even junior coding and operations management are on the chopping block. Why? Because it's a simple business decision. AI offers a lower operational cost, and it works 24/7 without a break. This isn't a guess. It's just a matter of performance. So what's happening is that this new reality is creating this massive divide in society. Seriously, it's not about blue collar versus white collar anymore. The new split is between two completely different groups. You've got the masters and you've got the replaced. And figuring out which side of that line you're on, well, that's probably the most critical career decision you're ever going to make.
And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On one side, you have the replaced. They're playing by the old rules. Follow the instructions, wait for your paycheck, and just hope for safety. But then you have the masters. They don't just follow the rules, they actually design the systems. They don't do the repetitive work, they tell the AI what to do. They're not looking for safety, they're looking for leverage and control. And that is the key. It's a huge mindset shift from just being an employee in a system to becoming the person who builds the system.
Now, I know all of this sounds pretty alarming, right? But listen, it's not a dead end. It's really just a wake-up call. There's a clear path to not just survive this thing, but to actually thrive in this new world. So let's talk about the solution. Think of this as your AI-proof survival kit. So what does it take to actually be irreplaceable? It boils down to these three skills, the things AI just can't do. Number one, critical thinking. Yeah, AI can crunch data, but you can provide judgment. You're the one who can ask why over and over until you get to the real root of a problem. Number two, complex problem solving. AI is great at following a script, but you can create a whole new script for problems no one's ever seen before. And number three, high-level networking. AI can connect dots on a screen, but you can build real human trust and influence, the kind of stuff that creates brand new opportunities.
And here is the most important part of all of this. This isn't about fighting against AI. It's not you versus the machine. It's about elevating yourself to a position where you're the one directing the AI. As soon as you develop these uniquely human skills, AI stops being a threat and it becomes the most powerful tool you have ever had. It becomes the tool you use to make your ideas happen.
So let's just call it what it is. Staying in the middle is no longer the safe option. It's not a stepping stone in your career anymore. In this new age of AI, the middle class has become a risk zone. It's the place where jobs are the easiest to automate. The goal isn't to get into the middle anymore. The goal is to move through it and become a master of the system. At the end of the day, it really all comes down to a choice that you have to make. The future isn't going to wait for any of us to get ready. It's already here. So the question is, will you upgrade your skills, upgrade your mindset, and become a master of this new world? Or will you risk being left behind? The choice is yours.